Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address, so please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Copycat Killers by Kyle Goth. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Killer cages. Digits in a cage must sum to the number in the cage's top left corner. Region sum lines, box borders, divide blue lines into segments. For each line, all of its segments have the same sum. Which means that the sum of these two digits is equal to whatever we have here is equal to the sum of these three digits and so on and so forth. All of the lines are blue. Right, that's it. A sip of tea. Restart the time. Hopefully we don't need colors. Right, so what do we have here? Well, this is a minimum of 6, right? This is a minimum of 6 because even if these are 1, 2, 3, this would have to be a 6. What's the maximum? Well, it can't be 9 because then these two would add up to 9. Could it be 8? If it's 8, then this would have to be 1, right? So this is from 1 to 3, right? So if this is a minimum of 6, that's from 1 to 3. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. This is obviously 1, 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. But that doesn't really help me, does it? These are 2x, whatever x is. X is. Does that mean? That's a minimum of 10. That's neither here nor there. A minimum of 10. This is a minimum of 10. And those are a minimum of 12. I have no idea what that means. Does 6 still work, by the way? 6 would mean that these are from 1 to 3. And this would have to add up to 6. Yeah, well, this could be anything, right? 6. So we definitely have a 1 here, though. We definitely have a 1. So these are either 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, or what? 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4. So these are from 1 to 5. I guess obviously because the maximum is 8. But can this digit be here? Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, well, the issue is if this is 6, then this is 1, 2, 3, and this would have to be 3. So this is 3, and this is 1, 2. Right, then that's not going to work, because if this is 1, 2, then we can't have a 6 here anymore. Right? If we can't have a 6 here, well, the 6 would need to be 1, 5, or 2, 4 And if these are 1, 2, then that's out of the question. Then, so this isn't 6. This isn't 6, then this one isn't 3. Right. Okay, so what happens if this is 7? If this is 7, then that's 2. This would be 2. And those would be 1, 4. And we have, no, I was going to say we have the same problem. We don't, because if this is 2, then these would have to add up to 7 and not 6, and we don't care that this is 1, 4. But it still wouldn't work, would it? Because if this is 7, then that is 2, because that one is 2. Both of these are 2. And then I would have here 1, 4. But I would need those to add up to 7. 1 is gone, so this isn't 1, 6. 4 is gone, so this is not 3, 4. But the 2 is gone as well, and this is not 2, 5. So this isn't 7 either, and that's an 8. So we're off. That's an 8. And if that is an 8, then this becomes a 1, and these aren't 1 anymore. And this one is. Right, and this would have to add up to 8 without 1. So it's either 2, 6 or 3, 5. 2, 6 or 3, 5. Right, but 3, 5 would make this 2, 4. And obviously 2, 4 and 1 don't add up to 8. So this isn't 3, 5. This is 2, 6, which means that there is no 2 here. This is 3, 4. Right, so far so good, I guess. So far so good. Right, so what's the minimum we could have here? Well, we don't care though, do we? Because that's this one is 3 long as well. But in any case, this is a minimum of 3, 4, 5, which is 12. But that doesn't really help, does it? Okay. Well, these are a minimum of 6 as well, since we have 3 here. What does that mean? What does that mean? This is interesting. Is it? This is, well, could be interesting. Could this be 6? This would be 1, 2, 3. Well, as long as this isn't 1, 2, it should be okay. If we have the 3 here, then it should be fine, right? Oh, but it has to be, because this one can't be 1. Alright, so if this is 6, this becomes 1, 2. Well, no. This could be 1, 3, and this would be 2. And this can still be 2, 4. Right. Right. So unless this is 9 and 2, 3, 4, one of those is going to be 1, right? Why would that matter? Why would that matter? That's interesting. What are these doing? How am I going to use those? Ah, what's the minimum here? Well, if we take each side separately, then we could say the minimum is 3, but that's not true, right? Because we can't have 1, 2 in either of these. In both of these, I mean. So those are a minimum of 10 with 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be a minimum of 5. That help me though, again? Does that help? I don't know. I have no idea. I'll take another sip of tea. There was no anti-night or something, is there? No. Can I have 1 on the line? Yeah, why not? So if this is 12, 1, we need 11. I don't know. This could be still all options, right? So 1, 7, 2, 6, and 3, 5. Right, and this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to be clear, this one isn't 1, obviously. This one isn't 1. I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means. We only have the regions and those killer cages, so it has to be above that, to no one's surprise. What does that mean? These are a maximum of 19. These are a maximum of 19. This is a minimum of 12. But having minimums and maximums is not very useful, is it? 19, 45 minus 19 would leave me with 26. 26. It's doable, right? With six cells. That shouldn't be a problem. That should not be a problem. Okay. What about here? Box number 8. So we know that this is 9. Can this one be 5? Obviously not. If that one is 5, then this would have to be 2, 3. This would have to be 1, 4. I don't know why that would be interesting. But if this one is 5, then these are 14. 14. 14. 14 plus 17 is 31. This would have to be a minimum of 14. Why would that matter? I have no idea. I really have no idea. It's just pencil mark things that are useless, but well, could eliminate 6 from here. That would be interesting. But I couldn't eliminate 6, right? 6 meant that this would be 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. This would have to be 2, 4, but all of that is fine, it seems. All of that is fine. Let's mean that all of these except the 9 would give you 1 here. Can I eliminate 9? Both of these are 9. Does that mean anything? Well, it means that one of these would have to be 9, but this one could be 9. This one could be 9. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously, because I'm not going to be, unless I need to do sums. Right, I do need to do sums. That's interesting. Because that one plus that one is equal to those, obviously. Which means that these 4 are equal to these 4. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? These are the same, so these 3 have to add up to the same thing. That's interesting. That is interesting. These 3 would have to add up to the same, and that's a maximum of 19, right? That's a maximum of 19. No, it's not actually, because there is a 1 here. So this is a maximum of 18. A maximum of 18. That still doesn't help me, does it? A maximum of 18. So this one can't be 9. It's all we're getting to. Okay, what else? What else do I know? Oh, well. What else do I know? Not much. Not much. It's really... Okay, so what's the minimum we could have here is 11. Doesn't really matter, does it? So I don't know that these add up to 10 or anything. So I don't know what the relationship between these two. So the minimum is 11. Sure. That doesn't seem to be a problem. Okay, if we have the maximum, which is 18, then I would need a 9 and an 8 here, and this is 6, 7. 6, 7. So this is from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. Not all that useful, is it? Not all that useful. Okay, where's... That's the same digit. It's not here, and it's not there. So one of those is green. Okay. Then this is green. Right, so one of these is green. Oh, right. One of these is green. So these aren't green. Ah, so one of these is green. It has to be 6. Really? Or did I just make it up now? These are green, so these aren't green. This isn't either, so it's one of those. Now these aren't green. These can't be green either. It's there. All of these should be equal to green. So this is green, which means that these aren't green anymore. These couldn't be green, so one of these is green. Now we have neither of these is green, and then one of these have to be green. And then that means that green is 6. I was really looking in the wrong place, wasn't I? Right. We don't, oops. We don't need colors anymore, do we? So these are 6, 5, 4, from 1 to 3. And these are from, well, they can't have 1, so these are 2, 4. And this isn't 2 anymore, and this becomes a 2. This becomes a 2. Okay. We can't have 2, 6 here anymore. So this is either 1, 7 or 3, 5. That's interesting, I think. Right. And these are now from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's no 6. 5, 7, 8, 9. 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So this is now a minimum of 12. If it matters. I don't know if it matters. All I know now is that this one isn't 4, 6, right? I don't know anything else. So this one is a minimum of 12. What does that mean? What does that mean? Il n'est pas sorti de l'auberge. Well, there's a 2 here. There's a 2 there. Well, this one isn't 2. So these are not. No, that's not true. What I was going to say. Because this could be 2, 8, and this could be something else. The 2 is not outside the 10. This could still be 2, 8, right? It looks like it. One of these is 1. Could it be there? If one of those is 1, do we know anything? No, not really. Not really. Huh. I don't know what to do with this one. Well, we could have 2 here. So one of these is 2. That helps. That helps. Because now I have 1, 2 here. Okay. Right. So these are exactly the same 3 digits then, aren't they? That's very interesting. I don't know what it means, but it's very interesting. These are exactly the same digits. I really don't know what that means though. I know that there's 3 and 4 here, which means that I have both 3 and 4 there. Right, so 3 and 4 is 7, and this is then a maximum of 16. Okay. Hold on. We need 8 or 9 here, right? I mean, obviously, because we need, no, oh yeah, well, no, they're not exactly the same, because there's still 1 there. Maybe the question is, can they be exactly the same? Because I thought that was interesting. Still wouldn't mean that you would need these to be the same, right? That's not what that means, but um no, I have no idea. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. So these are exactly the same too, aren't they? Because there's no other way. They both have 5, 7, 8, 9. Then they have to be exactly the same two. Same two digits. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that means, unfortunately. The only thing I can think of now is that whether I should eliminate one from those based on that. Because if these are the same, then these would have to be the same. But even that, I don't see the problem. I mean, these would be 3, 4 then, and this would have to repeat here somewhere. That's not an issue, is it? I don't see. Oh, well, if this one is 6, then I know that this one is 2. This is 6. That's even easier, isn't it? Because now I know that this is 2, 8. This is 2, 8. So that's 10. Sure. None of these are 8 then. So these aren't 8 either. These aren't 8 either. Right, so now we need an 8 here, which means that we need an 8 there, which means that this one would have to be an 8, right? I think that's obvious to start with, but right. Which means one of these is 8. How? Right. So what do we have here? We have 1, 3, and 1, 3, and 4, right? 1, 3, and 4. Again, both 3 and 4, then these would have to be 3 and 4. One of them, two of these. And one of these would have to be whatever that digit is. If that is not the case, though, then what does that mean? Then this digit is somewhere here. Doesn't look too troublesome. Another sip of tea. Another sip of tea. I don't need a 2 here now. I do need a 2 there. I need a 3 here somewhere. All of that is right. I need to figure this out. These had to be the same. Right. Oh, this only works if this is 1, doesn't it? Does it? This is 13. Yeah, no. Of course it doesn't. Duh. Because this is a maximum of 3. And if this was 3 by itself, then this is 10, and then we would need a 10 here, obviously. So these are 1, not 3 or 4. And this would have to be an 8, and 2. Add up to 11. That's not an 8. And this would be 3, 4, and so this is definitely 3, 4. And this digit is here somewhere. Not sure how that helps. Not sure how that helps. So this is obviously from 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So this is from 5, 8, from 5, 7, 8, 9, right? Still not getting anywhere. That's quite interesting. Oh, this one isn't 3, 4 or 1. Oh, that's interesting. This isn't 1 or 3, 4. So this is a minimum of 2, 5, right? At a minimum. So this isn't 5 anymore. 7, 8, or 9. 7, 8, or 9. This obviously is not 2, 5. It's a minimum of 2, 5. Okay, what? Why would that? How was it help? And if this is 7, then that's 2, 5, and this is 3, 4. Seems to be okay. It's not done. The puzzle, I mean. It is not done. No, this, well, yeah, I do have an 8 here still. So this one has to be an 8. That is an 8. One of these are an 8. One of these is an 8. How am I going to do this? One of those is a 1. One of these is a 6. Can it be this one? Yeah, if it's a 6-2, that would work. Right? 6-2 would give me an 8. That would be okay. Oh. I have no idea anymore. That's obviously orange, right? For what it's worth. That's obviously orange. So one of these have to be orange, right? Oh, there's roping here. Okay, nice. Maybe I could have realized that earlier. I don't know, but can I use that? Doesn't look like it. I'll take another sip of tea. I'm losing my voice. That can still be 7-1, right? I don't see why not. Okay. Probably have to look at these. Oh, and that one for that matter. So I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. So we can still have 2-7, can still have 6-3, and 4-5, obviously, right? Interesting. Interesting. Those are add up to the same, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? So this is a maximum of 18. A maximum of 18. So I don't need one. Well, obviously, because I don't have one, thankfully. But do I need 2? So if I don't have 2 on those, then this would be 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 18, which would be okay. So I don't need 2. I don't necessarily need 2. Three, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, but this one doesn't have 3, 4. So definitely needs a 2, right? Otherwise it's a 5, 6 on one side. Yeah, so we definitely need a 2 here. That becomes an 8, and that becomes a 2. Right. Right, and I need a 2 here, which means I can have 2, 6. Yeah, I can. 2, 6 is 8. This would be 3, 5. Okay, do I need a 3 here? Well, no, 4, 5 would still be 9. This would be 2, 7. Okay, that's not 8. Right. Well, I don't know if I still need those colors, but this color is not in any of these cells, so it's one of those. I don't know what that means, but bear with me. Bear with me. I really have no idea what it means. It's not that. It's not any of those. But it could be one of these, right? Or it could be an 8, so it's any of these. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. So do I know what that one is? It's from 579, right? What do I know? I know that it's not, well, obviously it's not yellow, it's not orange. So it has to be one of these. That's not going to help me, is it? That is not going to help. Okay, neither, these are not 8, no, either, are they? This one can't be 8, because then we would need a 1. So, and obviously these aren't 8. So one of these is 8. If that's an 8, then that's definitely a 1. Well, either of these. No, this one can't be 8, because that one can't be 1. No, we don't need a 1 here. Stay awake. I'll try my best. We don't need a 1, of course. We don't need a 1. Okay. But obviously, if that's an 8 and one of these is an 8, then this would have to be here too. That's not really an issue, is it? I don't see how that's an issue. I don't see how that's an issue. What could these be? They're not 1 or 2. You can have 3 or 4. You can have 5. We can't have 6. We can't have 7. So it's from 3, 4, 5. That's from 3, 4, 5. Help me out. What does that mean? Nothing does. It really doesn't. Wow. Okay. So if this is 3, 4, then this would have to be 2, 5, right? If this is 3, 5, 8, then this would be 2, 6. If this is 4, 5, then this would be 2, 7. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but on that's obvious. That is obvious. So where is 9? Lots of places. Oh, here as well. Here as well. If this is 9, then this would have to be 2, 6, and that's an 8. That's an 8, and that's an 8 as well. We can live with that, right? We can live with that. The only thing is that if this one is an 8, then that's an 8, and those two will have to be the same as well. Don't see why that is a problem, but okay. This would be here somewhere. This would be there somewhere. I'm running low on tea and energy, but that's neither here nor there. And energy. I need to resolve these somehow. I don't need a 5, right? This would be, ooh, I do need a 5. Not sure if that, do I? As in, if this is 3, 4 and I don't have a 5 here, then this would have to be 2, 5. So I definitely need a 5, and there's no 5 here. Not sure why would that matter, but okay. I have something from 3, 4 there, and I need something from 3, 4 here. Well, no, in all of these. Can someone please tell me what I'm missing? I don't know. I don't know. All I know here that this is from 1 to 7, right? How does that help me? I need to fit 8 and 9. This could be 9 still. Otherwise, I need 8 in one of these. That's not surprising, nor is it difficult. So how am I supposed to use this? 2, 7 is still allowed. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This isn't really all that constrained, right? Ah. No, I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't really matter what these are, does it? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. This is obviously 8 and these 2. So it's gonna work. Is it? No. No. The hallucinations are. How do I continue? I really have no idea. Unless I can figure this out. I don't know how to continue. I don't know how to continue. So I have something from 5, 6, 7 here. It's hardly useful. I still have a place for 6. If one of those is 6, then this is an 8. And if it's not, does it matter? No, this could be it. Oh no, hold on. If this is a 6, then that's an 8, and it has to be there. But if there is no 6, oh okay, so yellow has to be in row 7, column 9, right? Because if this is a 6, then obviously it's not yellow. But if this isn't 6, then 6 is here, and that would be 8. You can't have 8 here. So this one isn't yellow, and that one definitely is. And then now one of these is yellow. But that one can't be yellow. So it has to be 8. Am I imagining things? No, because this one is here somewhere. So this can't be yellow. These aren't yellow. This one obviously isn't, and this one isn't. So it's 8. Right, that helps. That helps. Now these two are the same color. Whatever it is, we'll see. Oh, no. Right, we have all the 8s. That's progress, no? Right, but now we know that this isn't 4, it's 3, 5, and these aren't 5. No. These aren't 5. Neither is this one. And we know that these are 2, 6 then. Right. Okay. Okay. So can this one be 1? Yeah, I guess. I should choose these colors, shouldn't I? And then we say this one is pink and this is not orange, green. And this one isn't green and this one isn't pink. Of course, I don't know where they are here, but hold on, this one isn't 7, 9 anymore. So this one is 5, 7, 9. Right. Right. Ah, it has to be 5 then. It has to be 5. Right, so this one isn't 5. Well, obviously. This one isn't 5. Neither of these. That one is 5. Right. I think that's done. I think that's done. That's not 5, so this one is at 3. Yeah, well, these has to be here somewhere, so these are 3 as well, right? And these are 4. You're right. And what? And what? That's from 1, 4, and something from 7, 9. That's green. That is green. Right. Right. Close. No cigar. How do I how do I continue? How do I continue? These are the same. Green. Well, green could be anywhere here, right? Well, not that. But it can be any of these. Yeah. Still haven't used this one. I have to use that one. I don't know what to use it, how to use it. Besides 1, 8, nothing seems to be impossible. Wow. I need a 3 here. What else do I know? What else do I know? That's about it, right? That's about it. Not extremely useful, is it? Yellow is from 1, 4. So if this is 1, I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. That's if it's 9. Okay. Ah, Okay, this is yellow in all possibilities except one. So one of these is yellow. Not really helpful. We need to eliminate one somehow. Thing is, 1 and 9 are here, but 7 and 4 can both be there, right? 4, 5, and 7 too. Really, this is still not solved? Still not done? That's really impressive. That is really impressive. Yeah. I don't know what else to do here. Oh, I can't have 3, 5 anymore. That took forever to figure out. Right. So this is now 4, 9. That helps because now it's there. And that is good because, well, it can still be here, right? I can't. No, this could be 9, or it could be 4 as well. But we could have 4, 5 as well. Still not done. Still not done. Huh. That's from 349, right? So these are, what are these? 256. 256. 349. No, not really. Not really. 26256. No, oh, this one's resolved though. That makes it easier, doesn't it? Right. That becomes a 9, 7, 9. That becomes a 9. Seven someone. This isn't 2 anymore. Okay, so what could it be? It could still be 3, 6, 4, 4, 5, right? Yeah, this isn't 9, this isn't 7. Actually, that's the only place where we can have 1, so that helps. That helps. Not a 9. Not a 9. That's not 7. But 256 means that there's no 5 here. That would be 7, that's 4, that's 5. That's not 5. Right. 1 and 5. And 3, 6, and 7. Right. Not resolved. Not resolved. Well, I do need a 4 here somewhere. Right? There's no 4 in any of these. So one of these is a 4, which means that these aren't 4 or 5 anymore. There's 3 and 6. This becomes a 7, not a 7 or a 6. It's a 3, 6, not a 3. Not a 3 either, so that's a 3. Right. No 6s anymore, so that's 2, 5. That's 4, that's 3. That is a 6. Okay. What am I missing here? Well, the 7 in any case, and a 1. 5, 1, 2, 1. Right, and a 4 and a 5? Yeah. 4 and a 5. So this becomes a 2, that's a 4. 5, 4, 5, 4. Right, moment of truth. Yay. I did make a mess of it. 67 minutes, but it was quite enjoyable. Last sip of tea. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Well, if you did, you know the drill. Please like and subscribe, maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.